Tipping slow, yakking the act, thinking I'm in there. Tipping slow, yakking the act.
Oh, champ. Joe Budden just responded to Akademiks. Now, if you didn't know, Akademiks went on a tangent saying, why aren't people like Charlamagne in the Breakfast Club as well? It's Joe Budden in the Joe Budden Podcast not speaking on this Desiree Perez situation. All right? And while they scared, Rock Nation is supposedly out here bullying, suppressing news, all right, when it comes to Desiree Perez situation and more, all right? Listen, man, I want you to hit the like, I want you to share the video. This happened on the Joe Budden Podcast where Ice and Queen's Flip asked Joe Budden about the situation with Desiree Perez. And there was an interesting take by Joe as a result, responding to what Akademiks said, because he says everyone is scared and being bullied. I want you to run up these likes, smash on the like, share the video, gang. We're going to get into it. Oh, champ. Let's do it. Shall we?
Machine. And then now they're saying, no, now they're saying, as you being the person that did it, now they're saying that we up here may be afraid to speak on Rock Nation and the things that's talked about that's going surrounding it. What is your outlook on that? As far as speaking on things, do you reserve?
They said that. Nigga, Academics said that.
And some other people.
It's a lot of people.
What are we talking about?
It's not just a lot of people. So I want to know, because you're my man, so I'm down. I'm on the same type of time you on. So, meaning that I don't speak on shit if I have a relationship. Me, I can identify. If I have a relationship with somebody, I'm not speaking on it because I don't want to. Right. Regardless of how egregious it may come off, I'm not going to speak on it because I respect my relationships.
So, like, if there was like a festival where things didn't go perfectly, you wouldn't like
bomb
you up. Okay.
No, I wouldn't do that. But I want to know when people say that towards you.
That's good for you though.
As you being the guy.
Tickets to the Tone Deaf Girl.
Yeah, you try to distract me. As you being.
I'm not. Let me try to. I saw Axe say that. I didn't see nobody else.
A couple people. A lot of people say
people follow like responded to that by saying,
no, I'm gonna be honest. I saw it with people tagging posts before he posted that. Like, yo, y'all not gonna talk about this? I saw it.
There was specific topics that they feel like we avoided.
Yes.
Rock Nation.
And I just want to hear from you how you look.
Before we get to Joe, I do want to let y'all know these Hawaiian Sophie sandals that you see him wearing, he did wear this on the same exact podcast. You know I cannot show you the video of the Joe Budden Podcast from this segment because of copyright restrictions, okay? But he did wear this. Yeah, he wore this madness. All right, listen, Banana Republic Joe has never failed us when it comes to bizarre wear, okay? You see what he's got on, gang. All right, looks like he has electrical tape wrapped around his foot. Oh, champ, let's continue. My fault.
Look at that, Joe.
It's a good question.
You know, maybe I'd be far removed from shit. My brain be so different from what the internet is saying.
We don't know.
In my brain.
Shut up.
I was about to. I'm being your cheerleader, motherfucker.
I'm talking to them.
Oh, okay. Being your cheerleader.
What I'm saying is, the Desiree story broke while we were still recording. To me,
yes,
that's that story. But there has been.
What is the other Rock Nation story that people have run from up here? Quickly, because we want to advance this.
There's been talks of
Tory and other
stuff like that. The shit that Desiree herself
that can't possibly apply to this podcast.
No, because he told you that's what I'm saying. That part.
That's what I'm saying. That cannot possibly apply to this broadcast.
But I think you speak of it I don't. But I think what they're saying is that you don't identify that Rock Nation may be playing a role in why Tory Lane's in jail. That's the angle that they're taking. You never say that. You just say you're free Tory. I said it, but you never say I can see Rock Nation playing a part. You never.
Well, one, I don't have no proof of that.
True,
and it's bonkers. Just my take. I'm speaking for myself.
Got it.
I won't go that far. No. I don't think it's bonkers, but I don't have any proof of it. One, and two, that's Hove's company. I do have a certain respect for him.
There we go.
I don't know. I don't have a relationship with Desiree. I've never met Desiree. I don't have any equity there.
Okay.
So she's in the news now in a story that I'm sure we'll get to at some point. But that story just broke.
But why? But why? But Joe,
that story just broke the other day. You would have been covering it. What you mean? Of course you haven't met Desiree Perez, because as I told y'all before, Desiree Perez isn't hands-on with any hip-hop artist or media. Okay? She's not hands-on. She worked from behind the scenes, gang. By the way, in Rock Nation, it's not only with hip-hop. You have other types of sectors that they deal with as well in entertainment. Okay? Secondly, Joe, yes, you are cool with Jay-Z now. Now you're cool with Jay-Z. Before you had problems with Jay-Z a while back. You and Jay-Z actually went back and forth. Yeah, they did. He had problems with a lot of people, including Hove. Ironically so, I guess times have changed. However, champ, you're being biased, champ. You're being biased for not reporting certain news, gang. Now, you don't have to do the whole Tory Lanez thing if you don't believe that Jay and him is a part of that situation. That's cool, whatever. However, to awfully strange, you didn't talk about this Desiree Perez situation, gang. I think there's more to it. Run up these lights, gang. Smash your light. Let's keep it going.
And even that, I do have a certain type of, pardon me, Mark, a certain type of sensitivity to speaking about any story with anybody's children.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Well, I was going to say, like, why would you report
I want
that
to be very clear on that. That's not a Rock Nation thing. Anybody story that include their kids and how they going about parenting or not parenting, I let that play out. I don't rush to get to that.
I can't let you do that.
Do it.
We didn't do that with Brian McKnight, kids.
Stop it.
You didn't.
Stop it.
That is the truth, my nigga.
Do you?
Tell him, Ice. That means that he's afraid to speak about the whole Desiree Perez situation. He's afraid. I mean, Desiree's daughter's a grown woman, right? Listen, it is what it is, right? However, if y'all spoke with Brian McKnight's children of Brian McKnight's situation, why can't you speak on this situation? Nah. Yeah, there's a reason for that, champ. Oh, there's a big reason. And you know why. Come on, gang. You fronting.
Do you have another example?
I'm just giving you an example. You said any story with anybody's kids, you just let it play out. And we did not do that.
Brian McKnight.
And rest in peace.
Brian McKnight.
Nico
We'll get to later. I hate when y'all do that. When we making like a profound point and y'all bring up something that's just ass cheek stupid. Brian McKnight denied kids and wanted nothing to do with his kids. I have a stance on that.
Dog,
I'm just telling you where I stand. I have a loud stance on people that want absolutely zero to do with their kids. Nor do I grant them the same rights and privileges as people who are trying to raise their kids. I'm lost.
Joe,
do you have another example outside?
I don't have another example.
Champ. Now, if you read this article, which I'm not going to get into for obvious reasons, let's just say big brother behavior transpired, right? Someone allegedly is out here trying to play spy games with their seeds. Let's just say that. Against their knowing. Okay? Against their knowing. I'm just asking, what part of the game is that? How does that not draw up conversation? That's what I'm asking. If that's the case, all right. If that happened, if it happened, okay. I'm not giving my stance on that. I'm just saying. Now wait a minute. If he actually knows this actual story, then the whole Brian McKnight thing is a good point to use as a reference when it comes to speaking on people and their kids. Just saying. Yeah, let me know how y'all feel in the comments about that.
I just gave one. You
so
said
now let me get back to what I'm saying about how I carry it with people and their kids, and then you could announce how you carry it. I hate this gotcha moment shit.
It's not
you
no
niggas
gotcha
do with shit
moment,
that don't
bro.
make no sense.
It ain't no gotcha
Brian
moment,
McKnight
bro.
wanted nothing to do with his kids. Ain't claiming his kids even in death freeze. Please leave me alone right now. I'm telling people about how I carry people with kids.
I see what you're saying, but I also see how it's different. Like another.
It always be different when he try that shit.
It ain't no trying nothing, bro. What are you talking about?
Brian McKnight and Desiree Perez are not the same.
I didn't say they're the same.
So we talking about Brian McKnight.
Yo, sometimes we don't even want that. Like, come on,
nigga. That's hilarious.
Go ahead, Mark.
I think that's hilarious.
Go ahead,
what do they have to do with that?
Nothing to do with nothing, Joe. Go ahead, Mark, please.
Freeze. I think you're right.
Joe be getting too loud with it. I ain't gonna lie. Joe be kind of wilding. I mean, listen, y'all seen what happened with the situation with what's his name? that be on there. The light skin dude with Joe Budden. I mean, Joe Budden and the guys both light skin. Ish. There you go. Ish. What happened with Ish? With the Ish situation about Ish's mother and saying he gonna blow Ish's mother on the couch and all that, that was supremely out of pocket. And I'm surprised that didn't go further. You dig? I don't know what the money is like over there. But come on. Don't get disrespected for pennies. Let me just say that. I don't know how much y'all getting paid, but however much y'all getting paid, I hope it's worth the disrespect. I'll say that. But let's continue. My full game. Come on.
I think we do talk about kids, and I think
we do. That's all I'm saying.
Right. But I think it's important, though. So I think a better statement might be that it's certain kinds of conversations we have and certain kinds we don't. For me, one thing is it just about this person's business, or does it advance a bigger story? Like, for example, the only reason Vanessa Bryant was interested in me today was because we had a whole conversation that was bigger, right? That was bigger than her. So that even after we knew the story wasn't true, it was still worth talking about. To me, Brian McKnight's story is worth talking about because of all the shit that comes with parenting and children. Also, he's on social media talking about his kids too, which is different than Des, who's not on camera saying, "Hey, this thing happened to me." So I think that's different too. So for me, and the Des story to me is only interesting if we're going to report on it. I agree, and I don't think that's what we do here. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I do think there's a distinction.
But there is a conversation there. How far are you willing to go to protect your child, or to protect your children? That's a conversation.
Yeah, we could have that conversation, but I'm saying I don't think it's. But the narrative on the internet is like, y'all are running from that story. It's like, well, that's not a story that I think needs to be told. Me personally,
the narrative on the internet is anything Hove/Rock Nation related. We won't touch.
Hove got
and that's not true.
Yeah, right.
That's just not true.
That's not true.
But that's the narrative. They make it seem like we all up here, we claim Hovengers, we love Hove, et cetera, et cetera. So we're afraid of Hove. We can't say anything.
I'm unfamiliar.
That's it.
I'm unfamiliar with the story, but is the story like something that should not have? It's not meant for public consumption, and just it got leaked or whatever.
No, it's on the news. No, it's on the news. It's out.
I understand that.
The daughter sued her. It's out.
Got it.
Yeah. I just don't think to me, it's not about the music business. It's not about black culture. It's just a story about this person who happens to be famous. If were she not famous, we'd have no interest in that story. That to me is why we don't talk about it.
The only reason why people care about it is because she's affiliated with Rock Nation.
Yes,
I'm sure there's a lot
to say because she's not
famous. She's an exec somewhere.
That's it. Like, that's the only reason why they care.
Yeah,
right. So all these conspiracy theories, y'all afraid as if like
it's not
Hove calls in and says, no, we're not talking about that. Right. It's bullshit. That's the part I hate sometimes just working here for a short period of time is I'm now being introduced to all the conspiracy theories about this show and all the stuff that people think we do and don't do. You know, all the people who call in and tell us what we can talk about, what we don't. Yeah. All the segments that get cut out that I never even knew happened.
I let Flip do that because I knew the algorithm, the narratives would die where they was birthed at.
That's what he's right. You correct
me. I would never respond to somebody that's saying, "Yo, you running from a nigga."
No, he's right.
Or you definitely run. Because had the situation not been what it was, what Ak was saying, yeah, y'all would be quick to jump on this. All right? Y'all be quick to jump on. Did the Brian McKnight thing. Come on now. Come on, champ. And if you read the article about Desiree Perez, if you did, just saying. I'm just saying.
The real ice answer is, so it's my show. If I want to not speak about it, I don't have to speak about it. That would be an ice answer.
Yes, 100%.
Like, yo, dog,
you want to talk about it? Go on your platform and talk about it.
I agree for you.
We reserve the right to say whatever. Talk about what we want to, or not talk about what we don't want to up here.
And to Flip's point, if I do have a relationship with you and there's some shit that's potentially disparaging or could get you jammed up, I reserve the right not to talk about it.
That's the real world.
Right. And we're transparent about that.
That's the real world.
It's not like
that's
we're not
the real
saying
world.
That, right?
Go on, get off the internet, go outside. That's the real world right there.
Yeah.
Everybody got relationships. You hear something about somebody that you really fuck with, you might not talk about it.
True.
Or you might talk about it in your close circle, but you might, y'all ain't online.
And
fuck these niggas.
And honestly, I just honestly don't really care about some of the stuff that the internet people are trying to spread about the Desiree lady.
Yeah.
Like some of that stuff that they think is real important, I don't care nothing about that. Like when I look at what's going, the people that I know, like in real life and love, sing that lady's praises. I never met her.
Yeah.
I do not know her.
I know her, and she's cool.
I've only known about what I read and the people that I love that love her. They say that lady turned water to wine.
But you know why they saying why they looking for somebody to have these conversations about her. It's a hip hop talk. If hip hop would inform.
Joe Budden is also, from what I understand, is about to try to revive his rap career. He's about to make an album or something along those lines. I don't think he wants to get into bad graces with Rock Nation off that alone. If he has plans to do music, and there's things being said about Rock Nation bullying or ruining careers, Joe don't want to be a part of that. Joe wants to keep his music afloat if he's going to jump back in the realm of music. If he's going to dive back in his musical bag, he doesn't want to have issues with Rock Nation, right? I think that's well said right there. He also has the right to not speak on anything he doesn't want to speak on too at the same time. But he's somewhat connected to Rock Nation in a sense, and he's trying to make music himself. Again, so is he playing the game purposefully to save his own music career that he plans to jump back into? Y'all let me know how y'all feel in them comments, gang. Run up these likes or chat.
We don't fuck with rats. We don't fuck with snitches. We don't do all of these things. And we apply this to certain people. Everybody's ready to ostracize Gunna when they accuse him of being a snitch, and we don't even really know. So now you turn around and see Rock Nation, and her shit is in black and white. So people are saying, yo, what side of the fence are y'all on with that?
Well, I'm not ever letting the internet help me form opinions. 1, 2, I'm always with redemption, retribution story.
Same
here. Okay. So when I picture Hove, it adds something to the Hove allure for me. I'm only speaking for me. That Emery is next to him.
Fact.
I don't know Emery to have a unpolluted past.
Mm-hmm.
It means something to me that Tata is next to him. Like the people that he surround himself with, Biggs, whoever the fuck is over there. That means something. And if the internet goes search, you're gonna find some unscrupulous. What's the word? Unscrupulous things. Like that's not how. Everybody got to learn how they form opinions of people. You being next to somebody that may have been unscrupulous in the past, that don't just turn me all the way off from you, especially if there's a redemption story involved. So that's just for me.
Got it.
But I've never gotten a check from Desiree. I hear that you get them. I hear that you get them going though. So that's the other.
Take one.
I'm telling y'all something from the people. I asked. I asked. Hey man, what's up? Hey, what's up? They told me a few people. So what you want me to do?
True. You got it.
Stupid. That's bad.
Nah, hell no. It's not
Mark
bad.
made
You asking me?
Nah, I just said that.
Is it bad?
No, my face was on the water and the wine thing.
She get it done.
Multiple people have told me that.
Add me to the list.
Really?
I've seen her do some amazing shit.
She's been a part of Hove's team for a very, very long time.
What'd you say?
Would you do business with her?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Interesting.
Wait,
I mean,
niggas
it's the right
supposed
kind of
to not do business with her because she was part of some cartel in the 80s or something?
That's what you're talking about?
It's interesting. I'm asking. I asked him specifically. No, not that.
I know where I's going.
I don't.
I asked him specifically because she's documented as an informant.
Yes, with the cartel. Like
that's what he just said. Oh,
but that part, the snitch part, and with his stances.
Oh, is she? I thought that wasn't confirmed. If it's confirmed,
no, that was confirmed.
Then I wouldn't.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
All right, cool. Yeah. That's why I said interesting. You said that.
We need a whole section of the game called Gotcha.
No, it ain't gotcha. Yo,
this pod love a little gotcha moment.
The internet loves gotcha.
Yeah,
that's their favorite thing.
I think Mark lying again.
All right. So to me, I don't know about y'all. It seems like Joe Budden wants to protect how his music career is gonna go right about now. Because again, he did say that he's gonna be jumping back into music, trying to drop an album. So he's probably trying to protect that. He probably doesn't want to mess that up. So he's playing the safe game right now when it comes to anything Rock Nation related. To me personally, But y'all let me know how y'all feel about all this in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like. Make sure you're sharing the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are brand new. Gang, it's getting wild out here, man. Let me know what y'all think, though, okay? But special announcement. Are you ready, gang? Are you ready? It's the mayor. The one and only real New York mayor, F. Eric Adams. And you're rocking with the town favorite Showface News. It's Big Gotham. And you already know it's the town versus everybody at all times. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share the video. Subscribe to Showface News. Now go to showfacenews.com and cop the merch. I'm up out of here, gang. Salute.